everybody. I'm Jared from the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel, and today we've got an unboxing, and this is another Awaken Realms Kickstarter game that's just come in, and I'm a big fan of their games. I've done a couple other of their unboxings as well, like Nemesis, Lords of Hellas. So this is The Great Wall, and it has a lot of content. As you can see, it came in this huge box. So I've just kind of cut the top here, and I want to open it up with you and see how they've arranged it, and then of course open up everything that's inside together, get it on camera for you. So without further ado, let's just kind of see how this looks. Of course, we've got some foam here on top. Set that aside. We've got upgraded resources. It looks like, of course, everything's going to have probably multi-language stuff. We have a surprise box. They always tend to include one of these with their Kickstarter, so we'll look at that one last. Let's set this piece aside. I did get card sleeves, so I see quite a few bags of card sleeves that go with the game. So there's a lot to be done there for card sleeving. Here is a thinner box here of the stretch goals. You can see on the back here, you find 4 expansions that enrich your gameplay options. 90 cards, a 5th player, 30 models. The Ancient Chronicles, Rat, 5th player, and Genghis Khan are all in the stretch goals box. So this game has been shipping worldwide. I think just recently has it been arriving for the US. And that's where I'm located. So I'm going to open this here and get a good look at the game. So we have this right on top. It's a huge box, not quite as deep as, say, Tainted Grail or Nemesis, but certainly a big, heavy box, kind of akin to maybe Rising Sun type size. So 200 cards, 4 player screens, double-sided board, 3 wall sections, each with 3 levels, 200 plus resource tokens in a separate tray, and 90 high-quality faction models. It plays 1 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, and it plays in 2 to 3 hours. So over here, as far as the text of the game, The Great Wall is a competitive strategy game for 1 to 4 players set in medieval China that blends historical themes with a pinch of fantasy flavor. The game includes cooperative and solo modes. The Great Wall already stood there during the Zhou dynasty, many years before the current turmoil. Back then, it was a simple series of walls and forts that protected the land from invading nomadic tribes. It has survived many wars and battles and was expanded, rebuilt, and repaired countless times. Now a real threat appeared. A nomadic horde endangers the borders. The Great Wall is still under construction, and you have to raise it while fending off enemies and striving to make good impression in the Emperor's eyes. All right. So there's that. All right. So what we have then is these sleeves, the surprise box, the main box, the upgraded resources, and the stretch goals. So this is what's in my pledge. I don't think I backed everything, but this is certainly quite a bit. I actually want to start with the resource upgrades and then look at the base game. So for now, we're going to carefully open this box and check it out. I do like some good resource tokens. I use a lot, primarily from the Top Shelf Gamer. They make some good stuff. All right. Open it right here. Slide it out. So it's got a label, plastic imprint on it of the Great Wall. Here we've got gold pieces. As you can see, they're kind of like gold bars. These are like a plastic, not metal. They're a plastic gold. We have wood. Looks like logs. Also plastic, but they have a nice texture to them and cut designs. You can see like the top and the bottom. They have the swirl, the little lines for the bark, but they are, you know, decent. Here we have rock and boulder. These are a little bit bigger. Yeah, these are really cool. Also plastic. Oh, there it goes. There we go. So you just kind of got these nice little chunky and textured chunks of rock, plastic for your resources. And a nice little tray that probably won't fit in the main box if I had to guess. So we'll see. But that's how it comes to us. Set that aside. All right, let's go for the main box and see how much stuff is in it, right? Whew. It's pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. Awaken Realms is known for having really thematic games and having really nice detailed miniatures. So I'm excited to kind of take a look at what they look like in person for this game. All right, so here we have on top the rule book, nice and big, similar to their others. They've got color coding, co-op here at the end, 2-player modes, flow. We have component lists, always important. And then the introduction to the theme of the game, always important in one of their games. So that's the rule book. We have some player screens right on top. Let's take a look at these. Okay, so we've got this one. It's like the Green Turtle Clan. You've got various descriptions of some of the stuff they do, what shame tokens are, activation of different locations. Looking at the backs of these, there's pretty much the exact same thing. I don't think there's too much in variable player powers or anything, at least not printed on here. But you can see there's the 4 different player boards or player privacy screens that will fold and help, you know, keep your stuff a little secret. All right, we have a nice big board that I want to look at real quick here and kind of get a look at it. You know, it's supposed to be double-sided, probably multiple player count sides and all that stuff. So let's carefully unfold this thing. All right, I'm going to kind of slide it up as I talk about it. So there's like card slots up at the very top. There's stuff here for placing your tokens. I think that's like honor. I think this is where the incoming battler battles, and then the walls are built here. Those are cards, if I remember, represented. And you can fortify things here. And then I think these are worker action spots, something like that, where you can get different resources and use them. And on the back, let's see if I can figure out what player count side this is. But yeah, it's very colorful. It actually has sort of a watercolor look to it. So if you like that, then this is really cool. It looks nice. You can see there's some other spots here for more cards to be laid out. So this is going to take up a large space of table presence, and we haven't even gotten anything else out. This is just a big board so far. This is about, I think, the size of the board for Nemesis. It's rather large, but that's always good. I like that. Let's put some good effort into that art, and not only the art, but I know that the way that they design to make sure that the gameplay itself is streamlined. It's always very important. All right, so let's see if I can find where the plastic is to take these punch boards out and see what these are like. So, looks like we have some walls and like paths to go on the walls, and you're going to be building these. And I can't remember if like I think some of them you like pre-build and then you like stack them on top, because I know there's 3 layers. So I'm curious to see if this needs to be disassembled like each time you play, or if it has space in the insert, but we'll take a look. But these are the walls. And here we have some other tokens. We've got like some stacks of what are these, spears and the battlements with the wood coming at it. I'm sorry, I'm not very good with war terms, but these are also going to be standees as well. And then these tokens here, they've got, yeah, basically they're all the same, and they have the yellow flags. We have some trays of miniatures. All right, so you've got the red soldier here. We've got, this might be a priest or one of the sage guys. We have, what else? Archers. This guy is an archer. And I can tell also, looking at them, that they have different sculpts for the different colors of different armies. So you'll have the same types, but different miniatures with the color. So that guy on the horse. This is the blue guy's horse with his flags behind him, and he's holding the sword up. Over here, let's just carefully set that there. This is the blue guy's like samurai sword person guard. We have the scribe for the blue. These guys are a little smaller. I feel like they have they do have some nice like detail on the robes and everything. I think the scale of these minis are similar to what they did with Lords of Hellas, just from experience of playing it. Let me pull this one out, and let's look at the other colors, yellow and green. So here's the yellow and green sword people, guards. Notice the green turtle clan has like an actual turtle shell as a shield. Very cool. Here's the priestly scribes, yellow and green. Ta-da! Here's the green knight dude on the horse. The horse has armor, which is cool looking. I like that. And the yellow one, he's got his sword up with his banner. Here's the yellow and green archers. It seems to me the yellow and green clan figures are in a less, like, I don't know, offensive pose, especially the green. Like the archers are kind of hanging out, the swordsman's just kind of hanging out. They're not like engaging in battle or holding it upright. So I wonder if they take a more peaceful strategy or defensive strategy. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just me. All right, and here, silica gel. All right. Take this. We've got a deck of cards, the mini deck of cards, the battle deck of cards, like so. Cards. More gel. And we have the like tokens that are your trackers for your color on the board. So these are all unique. They are like plastic, and they have like designs that match the clan's animals, and they're like engraved. So on both sides. Very nice. Very nice. I'll set those here. These must be the regular resource tokens. Wooden, since the upgrade ones are plastic. Well, this is also plastic. This is a, like for the gold, but it kind of reminds me more of amber. Or I guess you could think of them as like golden nuggets. Here we have some wooden painted resource like logs. Much more standard, as you can see here. They're pretty small. I mean, you don't want them too big. All right, here we've got blue gems. And these are like your typical plastic gems. They're very shiny, like fluorescent or see-through, right? Feels good. We have a baggie of wooden stone. Just kind of like flat pieces here, just gray, just like that. Pretty small. And these look interesting. So these are like blood drops. And they are like this see-through, colorful plastic. Kind of shine a little bit with the light reflecting them. But you can see there's like 2 blood drops on them. And that's that. I wonder what they want us to put in here. Because there's like a hole underneath this flat piece. But that's that. Let's drop this back in for now. And we'll look at some of these cards. So the first one are these small ones. And I want to be careful opening them. They don't have a line to pull apart here. Can I avoid any damage? Yes, I can. All right. So we've got these and those. Stone for the capital, complicated. All right, so these are all like penalties and things that I'm guessing are an event that happen every round. And then here there are 5 different cards of this type. Servant Statue, Hoyi Bow, the Stone Chime, Dark Armor, and the Jewel of Nua. So I believe these are ways to score extra points. I don't know if these are assigned or ones that you can claim, whoops, during the game. But there's only 5 of those. Okay. Throw those back in the box here. Nice and careful. And here we have the cards, like the standard Magic the Gathering sleeve card size. Let's see if I can get this open. Okay, so there's those. There's the different colors of the clans, so like starting stuff, and then this deck. So I'll try to zoom in on those here, so you can see these cards. I'm just going to flip through a little bit. Withdrawal, reinforcements, 2 arms, hectic entrenchment, formations, heroic fight. For the clans. So you can see they'll all be the same, but in different color code. Work harder, betrayal, despotism, economy, raise banners, attack order. All right. And then these, read clan command card. All right, so more of these, but for like a different, I'm guessing solo player, the Reed clan. Perfect. So I'll keep these together and put those with these back in the box, like right there. And we'll look some more at these other playing card-sized cards. Ooh, got it right first try. Pull them apart. So we have several of the paint back, and then these are all this background with the scribe, right? Writing stuff. So, Mortician, Warden, Taskmaster. So these look like abilities that you can gain for some of your different dudes. The priesty, scribal dudes. So it gives you some abilities. So that's one way to avoid having like one color clan be the same ability every time you play, is to put them on cards, and then you can get abilities other ways throughout the games. So there you go. After activation, when they're defeated, when barracks are activated, you know, you get all these different bonuses. So different ways to combo and perk up your abilities. Set that here. And then this deck, we have some immediate and passive effects. Fall of the Academy, remove the scribe deck from the game. And then during spring, don't discard advisors. Heavy rainfall, monopoly, corruption, distractions, reinforcements, all this stuff. Some of them don't have an immediate effect. Some are just passive. Each time players get resources from any of their cards, they pay 1 blue. If they don't get the resources, and that is sloth. So I wonder if this can be stuff you can send to other players to slow them down, or if it's something you get for playing poorly. I don't know. All right, let's look at the large cards, which have to do with the battle itself and the wall. Right. So these have 1s, 2s, or 3s on the combat cards. And then these have these images here, which also has this nice watercolor look to them. Abilities, setup, very interesting. So these can be a whole lot of variability if I'm reading this right. You can just probably hand out 1 or 2 of these to each player, and then you pick who you want to be, and then you have specials and setups and all sorts of stuff. You got an ability, you have different setup instructions. So every time you play, you'll have a very different experience just by using these cards. And then these, heavy infantry, I believe this has to do with both position and their strengths and everything, attack and defense that you have to deal with. And I believe you have to place all your guys to cover these to effectively, destroy them. Okay. And then lastly are some more of these right here on top. Let's carefully open that. Take a look. Now, if you're a backer, let me know in the comments if you've received your copy yet, and if you've played, let me know what you think. I'm really looking forward to trying this game. It's a 2 to 3 hour game, plus you gotta learn it and teach it. So we'll see how that goes for first time. Any recommendations for those who played it, let me know. If there's any ability or special card or anything that you found that was particularly helpful. Always looking to get a strategic edge. Don't always win. So here, yeah, these are just different ways that affects the gameplay and the battles here. So more cards to deal with the way that the battle outcome happens, and that's where your tokens go right here. That is everything in the base game. So everything else now that we'll be able to look at with the stretch goals box will be all new content that is expansions and new stuff. So carefully put this stuff back. This will go right there. They always do a really nice job with their inserts. I do want to also say that. So this is very functional. I like it. It's working for me. It's working. Oh, wait. We do want to cover up something. I missed something. This one goes on the whole thing here, doesn't it? Perfect. Okay. That's that, plus the game board. Game board. Always want to be careful. Folding up boards. Don't want them to tear or break. All right. Now, coming up next is the stretch goals. So, I'm going to carefully open this and check out the new content and the 5th player stuff. All right, here's the stretch goals rulebook. So all the different expansions should be sectioned out like that. Perfect. Setting up for 5th player. Not too much difference there. So great, perfect. So here they're the orange color for the 5th player. And right here, take that. There's the insert. Now here's an interesting thing. That is empty. I don't know if there's supposed to be something there, but there's not. Here's their tokens for the orange player and some new cards. Some more of these. More weapons and things that you can gain. Flaming Pearl, Yao Grass, Terracotta Warrior, Kunwu, Balian Dung, Jiao Yao Jing. Great. A lot of good stuff. Good cards. So we have some additional pieces. One new piece for each player character here. So there's the yellow and blue. I think these are special pieces used in one of the expansions. Here's green and red. Like so. And here's the orange special.
I could not find any deals on them. Would you like to get top deals? I could not find any deals on them. Would you like to hear top deals?
No.
Check back later for more great deals.
So these are really cool and really detailed. This one, he's got like the dragon symbol. It's like his face and his serpent head all around him, and then just kind of flat on the back. Here we have the soldier, orange soldier man, and that's what these guys look like for the orange color. So now you can be orange, and that's what's in the stretch box, stretch goals box, not stretch box, stretch goals box. Okay, very nice. Got the screen. Artwork is fantastic. I hope to try to combine these two together so that I can put this box lid on my walls just as decoration, because I love the look of this thing and it's fun to do. Other than the actual card sleeves, which are right here from the Awaken card protection, which I believe are just theirs that they made. If you want to tune out at this point, I get it, because this is a surprise box. You might want to wait, you might not want to see, but hey, if you want to stick around and see what's in here, because this is a full unboxing, then stick around, because I'm about to open what's in the surprise box. But if I don't see it, then thanks for tuning in. I've been Jared. Here we go. This is Gaijin, or Gaijin, for like Gaijin. Surprise box. What? Something else fell out. We have a coin. We have a letter. This looks cool. And this must be their next game that they're going to be working on. Now this is a nice metal like coin that you can see right here. Very cool. Very cool. And let's take a look at the note they included in their box. Okay. Dear backer, we are really glad that you are reading this letter and that the Great Wall is now in your hands. This was an ambitious project. We tailored it to your expectations by developing both miniature and Meeple versions, adding many game-enhancing stretch goals, and what's most important, polishing rules and gameplay so they will provide strategic depth while staying streamlined and easy to learn. It was the first time we offered such a variety for you to choose from, and we think this was a step in a right direction. You might have seen we repeated this approach in our latest campaign, ISS Vanguard. It was all possible because of you. If you haven't aided us with your ideas, your support, and your faith in us, this game wouldn't have existed at all. You've also motivated us throughout the whole development process. Making this game was a pleasant distraction from the enormous cooperative campaign games, focusing on another type of interaction between players, designing clever mechanics, and simply playing against each other was certainly a refreshing experience. What could we say after this long yet satisfying development process? We're proud of this game. We feel like we did what we could to give you a solid core experience. And for those who want more, we prepared many ways to enrich their play. The cooperative mode for those who wish to play along with friends, Genghis Khan expansion to make things a little more challenging and complex, several scenarios and ancient chronicles to add a layer of story and variety to the game, and many, many more. Playtesting them all in different configurations was difficult and sometimes tiresome, but in the end, we are content with what we have achieved. Okay, sorry about that real quick. I lost the battery, the footage there, so I'll try to recap. I basically read through the letter. I don't know how far we got through, but I'll put that right there. You can freeze frame, capture the rest. And on the back, it just kind of gives you some information here about what to do if you're missing components or it's damaged, that sort of thing. But what we have here are a metal coin that can be used with the game itself as a command tracker token, and the art book for Gaijin, their newest game that Awaken Realms Light is working on. And so wanted to open it here and take a look at all the art that is inside. They say it's coming to GameFound soon. So it's a sci-fi, futuristic, cyberpunk game. So here we go. I like looking at the artwork, so I'm just gonna let it speak for itself, and you're welcome to look with me. Art is very much like Blade Runner. Looks really cool. Having good art in a game really helps with the immersion, you know? And I think so often it's underutilized or underappreciated. And that's, I think, one thing where, well, Awaken Realms does try to have, you know, as good of an immersion as possible. And that definitely includes the art that they put together for all their games. So this is really neat. I like this a lot. Well, that is everything. So thank you so much for tuning in to this unboxing video with me, and I hope to see you around. And on the next video, we do a lot of tutorials here on the channel in addition to the unboxings, 2 a month. And we have a podcast called Mentor Minutes with my co-host friend Jay, and that is also twice a month. And every other Friday, I do a board game news video. So if you're looking to find a one-stop place that has curated game news for tabletop board gaming, announcements, Kickstarters, all that stuff, I put it all together into a bi-weekly news format. So I hope that you guys like that. And thank you for watching. I've been Jared. See you next time.